Turning now to Storm Watch 12 meteorologist Josh Colbert looking at a Grants Pass this morning. You can see that fog. Is it as bad as what we're seeing on the weather cam, or is it probably worse out there for people heading out this morning?
I'd say this is probably a good representation, a good visual representation of what's happening right now in Grants Pass. Now, the visibility, the last time I checked in on it, was down to a quarter of a statute mile, and it still is just that low. And also this could be freezing fog because temperatures are below freezing in Grants Pass. So you'll likely have some ice on your windshield regardless. I had some ice on my windshield this morning, so you likely will too because there's just enough moisture. And also, again, we are seeing the fog making it all the way down to the ground, which is freezing fog, which can also deposit ice on windshields, door handles. So just something to keep in mind on this Tuesday morning. And the reason we're seeing so much fog is because we're in the midst of this stagnant pattern. That can lend to fog in the mornings for the valleys and then a sunshine in the afternoons, but also it can mean reductions in air quality. So we're going to see this lasting all throughout this week. This expires at noon on Friday. So we're seeing two different areas of fog this morning, one in Grants Pass and one in Lakeview. And the caveat with this one in Lakeview is that air quality is also pretty bad in southern Lake County. We're seeing air quality down to values as low as unhealthy for sensitive groups. So if you suffer from a pre-existing respiratory illness in south central Lake County, that's just something you have to be mindful of for this morning. So try to limit prolonged outdoor exposure. Temperatures this morning are probably going to promote you to stay inside anyway in Lake County because it's 3 degrees in Lakeview. We're seeing teens in Klamath County this morning below freezing for our west side valleys and 60 degrees in Brookings because of that Chetco effect, those easterly winds that are interacting with the terrain, and that makes Brookings about 15 degrees warmer than some of its other counterparts on the southern Oregon coastline. Let's take things back to the valley where for today, if you're going to go on a hike, after lunchtime would be the best time to do it. It's going to be much warmer and it's going to be much sunnier as well. So that's going to be the story today. It's going to be the exact same story as yesterday. We'll have fog in the mornings mainly for the Rogue Valley, but we're also seeing it for the basin. But if yesterday was any indication, most of this is likely going to clear up by the time we get to lunchtime and beyond. Then after that, temperatures pretty average for this time of the year, if not a little bit on the milder side. We'll see 30s and 40s for the east side, 40s and 50s for west side valleys. And with the Chetco effect along the coast, we can make another run for 60 degrees again. For tonight, we'll see a similar night compared to last night. Pretty clear skies, fog in our valleys, and pretty cold as well, although we could be a smidge warmer for the east side. Here's your snow report for the Mount Shasta Ski Park. We're going to have great skiing weather all throughout this week. Lots of sunshine. Temperatures not too bad. And look at that base, up to 112 inches. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're going to be adding to the base here anytime soon because we are going to be so dry over the next 7 days. Very small shower chances over the weekend. Here's your 7-day forecast for the coast. Lots of sunshine through Saturday, Sunday, and then those shower chances really start to drop the hammer, if you will, on Sunday. But this is going to be a very weak storm system from what it looks like for right now. But of course, this is subject to change because we're still, let's say, 4 to 5 days out from this. So we're going to see the same thing in Siskiyou County, dry conditions up until the weekend, and then there's that chance, small chance for rain and snow showers. We'll see the same thing for the Klamath Basin and for the Cascades and Siskiyous as well. So we'll see that snowpack melt over the first, again, 4 to 5 days of this forecast period, and then maybe adding to it just a little bit with those small snow shower chances over the weekend. And then for the Rogue Valley, all throughout this week, we'll have fog in the mornings, sunshine in the afternoons, pretty mild, especially by the time you get to Thursday. And then things cool off a little bit as we head back into the weekend.
Okay, well, don't like that cooling off trend, especially on the weekend. But right now, waking up this morning, it's hard to believe that we're going to get to 57 degrees in the Rogue Valley on Thursday because it's freezing this morning. It's really cold out there.
Yeah, it's not fun. And this is just kind of what this pattern does. It makes you miserable in the mornings, and then in the afternoons, you're like, what happened?
Yeah.
What happened? It's blue, it's warm, the birds are chirping.
Feels so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then sun goes down, and we're right back in misery.
Famine feast, famine feast.
Yeah, okay. Well, on that note, thank you, Josh.
Of course.